are you at this time of the day? Investment and trends. Just some words about myself. Who am I? My career at Saatchi Istanbul, so I'm from the advertising world. I worked in the advertising industry for a long time. I was the CEO of Saatchi's when I left. Now I'm a journalist. I write about marketing and Central Asia. So I want to take the pulse. This is my Twitter address. While listening, if you have a question, if you have a remark, please tweet me. I'll try to look at my phone. So we'll start with Torsten. I have your slide here.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we had some microphone issues. So
Mic is open. Just give us a normal mic.
Yeah, I can just do a hand mic.
Yeah, with the hand mic.
All right, guys, can you hear me? Yeah, that sounds better.
That sounds better, yes.
So thanks for the introduction, and it's such a pleasure to be here. It is my first time in Istanbul. It's my first time in Turkey. I live in San Francisco in California, and it is wonderful to see the amount of energy right here in the corner of Europe. There's so much opportunity, so it's been a pleasure to meet a number of you here beforehand. So thanks for the invitation.
So what is happening?
We
start with the macro picture. We worked together, we rehearsed a bit, and then we kind of divided the topics among ourselves. The first turn is yours. So what is going on the broader picture?
So I wanted to show you guys this slide that you see up here, because that's the world that I live in California. And it is one that I think has changed so much in the past 5 years. You know, we're seeing this almost democratization of access to technology, where now everyone can build everything. Things are cheaper and faster, and for all of some of the reasons we've seen earlier today with some of the great other speakers, it's really, really good for the world. And in some ways, the dynamic and the power is shifting out of Silicon Valley and out to the rest of the world that are able to build startup companies. So that trend, I think, is really important.
So the main trend is optimism. We can be optimistic and trust our ideas.
I would say so, absolutely. I think that's really important.
And what about the global picture, Rüzgar? Let's see. Your phone
Fatos.
is.
Let me test my mic.
Your mic is working. Yes.
So, hi everyone. İsmim Rüzgar Barışık.
Last point. Is it being saturated, the markets, or is there still room for improvement? And markets like Turkey, you said that we can still expect some booms. Did I understand it correctly?
So, you know, if I'll talk specifically about Turkey.
Startup world, because I was told that half the audience is from Turkey. So, do you see big opportunities?
Yeah, I was going to joke that in San Francisco, oftentimes you get to test out all these service innovation and access to new technologies. So there are a lot of these very, very interesting new models that I think benefit a lot of entrepreneurs.
So there is a lot to be optimistic about.
A lot to be optimistic about, for sure.
What about the venture capital part, this guy?
So, I guess I was trying to think, you know, what do I want to focus on in this conversation? And it's probably kind of to give you a bit of an overview.
So we could be the next Facebook. Why don't they understand us, is the complaint. From the investors' part, it's a lack of focus. They say you have to be more focused to the startup companies, or not picking right partners. If you're looking for money, they all said, you will end up not earning money. If you are looking for creating value, adding value, then money comes naturally. So in our last part, please focus on the advice. Like you said, right partner, right focus, be relevant, and solve big problems. Especially Rüzgar emphasizes solving big problems. So let's start with Denmark and Silicon Valley.
Thank you.
Our panelists, and to yourself. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.